Hello, hello, happy Sunday. Once more. It is 1st of March. Here in Austria, sun is shining. It's almost 20 degrees. It's beautiful weather. And guess what? We're gonna go do some game deving. Okay, let's see what we have. We have a fireplace with which we can cook stuff. This is the first crafting place in the game, so to speak. We have some items, tool items with which we can cook stuff. We have a pan, we have a pot, we have a mug. With the pan we can make pancakes. What a surprise. With the pot you can make, I don't know, fish soup. With the mug you can cook water or boil water. And we have a water bottle which you can fill already from the lake. And we have a firewood which you can equip to the fireplace. So things are starting to look already quite kind of good, I guess. There are a few steps missing from this cooking mechanic. And I already made some to-do points. The first thing which is missing is the crafting menu functionality. At the moment the crafting menu kind of just shows the recipe which should be crafted or cooked. What we do need to implement is spawning items directly to the inventory. At the moment the items just lie around on the ground and the player is able to collect them. But we need to change that. There's this one thing though which I need to do before. Minor thing. We need to implement a simplest recipe. And I've decided to implement roasted cantaloupe. We do need this simplest recipe to test the spawning mechanics. Or later on. I mean, we could already do this. But I kind of want to make this complete. I don't want to make it like a test version of it. I want to make it functioning. So we need a simplest recipe. Then we need, and that's actually already implemented, but we need to put it in the right place. Check if player has all ingredients check. Ingredients check. Okay. Well then, let's see how roasted cantaloupe could look like. So we need a wooden plate. I have planned this and that already in the back of my head. How things should work out. Like crafting wise. Okay, well this is the same old palette as I use always. Wait, where is my palette? Oh no. It's not rosy. Oh, wait, what? Huh, that's cool. See, yeah, this is the correct palette, but somehow it's disappeared from the presets. Yeah, this is the default A-Sprite DP32. Poor. Well, I guess I need to save the palette as a preset. Now it's there. Okay, so we're talking about wooden plate in isometric format. It looks like something like this, and then making we do need two versions of this, smaller and bigger, and the bigger one is for inventory icons, and the smaller one is then for the game world. Let's see. If we follow this shading, we should actually put some more lighter colors on the edges. And we can go with some darker hues here. We can actually put this whole thing, this, and then, yeah, we'll take this. Blades are usually okay. We could make maybe one more. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine for the blade. Let's see. Do you want to make it look like this? Oop, boop, boop, boop. Yeah, I guess that's fine. Let's save this to boom. Let's save this. Okay, first of all, this is gonna go. It's gonna be a plate. Yeah, the thing is, talking about shading, plate is flat, so this part could be very brown because of the wood, but you know, the sun or the light source, when it comes from the bottom, comes from the top. Yeah, I guess it could be lighter than that, but well, it looks okay-ish. No, that looks just jagged. And I guess it looks odd if I just take all these pixels away. Or does it? Spending so much time just pushing pixels around. Okay, that's gonna be a plate. I still would like to just experiment with the shading and stuff, but then we don't get anywhere. Polishing can wait. So, in fact, I already started to think about one of the design questions, which is the second question, and it's not only about fluid items. It's about how I organize cooking or cooked items. I think I want to go the easy way, but yeah, I think I will go the easy way, and the easy way is this. Let's go and I'll go this through just in my imagination once, or in our imaginations. So for the cooking, player needs to take a cooking item, pan, needs to put firewood so that the fireplace is set. I mean, we could even go and play. Okay, we don't go and play. Oh no, what's going on? Invalid access to property name on a base object of resource craft and receipt. Okay, there's a broken crafting recipe, I think. Well, cool. Okay. Yeah, no. Okay. So back to thinking, we will fix that later. So the pan is on the fireplace. The fireplace is on fire. Player has the right items to craft or to cook, like chanterelles. Let's say 3 of them. Player goes to cooking. The cooking menu appears. There is one recipe, which is the roasted chanterelles. And then when we click that, oh yes, and one more thing. So for cooking things, I've decided that the player needs always the ingredients and some kind of plate or cup. And now comes the question of the day, the design question, for which I think I know already the answer. I think I know the way I want to go. So now we will make an item which is called plate. It's simply a plate, collectible, just like, well, kind of like the firewood. And then the recipe, it says for the roasted chanterelles you need a wooden plate and you need chanterelles. And the functioning fireplace. And then you go and you cook, and then ta-da, you get your dish. So my plan, how I want to do this, kind of like easy way out, is the plate is very dumb. There's no like code or anything. It's just a plate and a visualization. It's just a sprite. And then there will be simply dishes which are on the plate. They're just pixeled on top of the plate. So like if I say roasted chanterelles, then there will be the plate sprite, and on top of the plate sprite I will just place the dish, like the chanterelles, and I don't know. And what will eventually happen is when we click cook, or when we select the recipe to be cooked, the chanterelles will despawn and the plate will despawn from the inventory. The roasted chanterelles will be spawned, and when the player decides to eat the dish disappears. I mean, there's actually nothing happening except for the player gets some health maybe, and then the plate spawns back. It's as simple as that. Okay, let's go make the dish. Plate is under tools. Yeah, logically, all the dishes go underneath a folder called food. So, roasted chanterelles. And we're just gonna call this roasted chanterelles. And we do not include the plate to the export PNG. I just use this as sort of like template. So we need a new layer, and then we need some chanterelles. And I guess they could be just like dots on. Yeah, looks legit. I mean, it could be also a pizza or pie. Okay, maybe it's just a little tiny highlight. I mean, I would like to put something like few green pixels to indicate that they are seasoned with some parsley or whatever. No, it's not parsley, but this is it's almost done. Ta-da! Woo, roasted chanterelles. Okay. And then the plate. Actually, I don't know if I should just export this as a PNG, because the thing is, I'm kind of against making this crafting and cooking and everything like full-blown Minecraft experience, or whatever game where you can combine every kind of items to make anything. But kind of just keep the scope kind of small in terms of what you can cook, what you can collect. Because when I think about it, the things you can in a Nordic place like this, I mean, if I decide, there are like many herbs and plants you can cultivate, but in my mind there is like fish, potatoes, some bunch of mushrooms like chanterelles, berries, and then some extras like eggs, milk, flour, things. But even that's one thing. That's like one question to reduce the scope. So I have made now recipe for pancakes and blueberry pancakes. That's already starting to go in the wrong direction, in my opinion, because then I like okay, then we could expand in all kind of traditional Finnish dishes and whatnot, and all of a sudden I have like 20 recipes, which is not bad. But I wish to reduce the scope wherever possible. And I think it's very important to ask that question. Like now it's a question: what kind of recipes are all right? What should be in there, and what kind of recipes should be just left out? What are the priorities? Yeah, that's things to think about. Okay, but we will go and export this as roasted chanterelles. Okay, and now we have chanterelles, we have plate. We have roasted chanterelles as a dish. And now we need to we need to implement those items. I need to go underneath items, tools, plate. We go to plate, so we make this manually. This is not too big of a pain. Okay, we need to take plate. Export this as PNG. There we go. Zack, Neko. Alright, emblem plate comes in. Add script, tools, plate. Yeah, well, this needs to be collectible. And this guy needs collision shape. Which could be blah 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 blah, rectangle shape, it doesn't matter that much. Like the most important thing at this point in this project is to get systems working. Hopefully bug-free. Okay, collision shape, we need collision input bit to be 3 as a collider, and now collider collectible. Cool, and then we need the inventory item, we can steal it from there. And we can tell the resource that it's named plate, and we substitute. It's so funny. I'm not satisfied with this heap of pixels. Well. Okay, now we have inventory item. The next thing, we just need these pieces of information. Let's copy paste coding. Let's call plate. This is the plate. Plate. That's it. And then we do need to make the same thing for the food item, which is food. Oh, there we go. Oh, we forgot one thing. No, we didn't. No, never mind. For these inventory things, we actually don't need this. This is the world item. So it's not strictly necessary to have this, but I will just make this already. Collision shape is there. Collision bits are correct. Oh, wait, one thing which is missing. And that is the highlight script for selection. And that's that. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Food. Okay, now we have those two. Except we don't have the recipe. Okay, let's make the recipe real quick, and then we can check what's going on with a crafting recipe. Because apparently there is one crafting recipe without name. Well, there we go. I just wonder because... Oh... This should be fine. Oh wait. Why is this? Oh wait. This is wrong. This is entirely wrong. Boiled water crafting recipe. It should not be inventory item. That's why. Ah. Can I rename this? Of course. Crafting recipe. Okay. Yesterday I started to do something with boiled water, but I didn't get so far. Let's rename this into something else. Let's say this is in works. That's a different story. Okay. So now we can take... Oh well, do we have some simple recipe? Well, cantaloupe soup. Wait a second, why? No, wrong folder. Resources, crafting recipes, food, roasted chanterelles, and then we are talking about crafting recipe. Hello, Starlight Lacuna. Hi. Hope you're having a wonderful Sunday morning. Again. It must be quite early. I just woke up. Yes. Let me rephrase. I hope your Sunday will be amazing. And how are you doing? How's things? My Sunday has been kind of good, kind of very good, almost excellent. I love the fact that the spring is already here in Austria. It's like almost 20 centigrades, sun is shining. I had a nice round with our dog Go in the morning. So it's nice. So then, what do we need for roasted chanterelles? We need, for the tools, we need a pan. For the recipe itself, we need chanterelle and plate. Yeah, that's all right. Okay, for starters, I just say one chanterelle, one plate. That's good enough for testing. Yeah, that should be fine. Doing okay. Been working. I've been trying to get more sleep lately, and it's kind of working. Okay, that's good to hear. That's good to hear. A good night's sleep is the basis for many things. Feeling fresh, feeling energized, not getting well, sick, I guess. So that's good to hear. Also starting to get warmer weather. Yes, nice. Tired of shoveling snow, yeah. Is it that much snow where you are? Like you have to regularly grab the shovel and free like driveways and things. But yeah, talking about snow, it was very snow heavy winter here too, I think. VFF for sure, because I think there was like, if I can remember correctly, like 3 blizzards. 3 or 4 maybe. One of them was like on December 24th. Some in January and now in February too, so. So I'm happy also that the winter is, I mean, hopefully behind us. So then, now we have simplest recipe. Now we have the recipe too. We have a crafting recipe. We have the ingredients. Now we can delve into the code. But I just want to check if that one misplaced thing fixed the game. Okay, things are good. Yeah. Okay. We got a lot more snow this season than previous years. That's interesting. So it seems like this winter has been heavier. All over the world, maybe. It would be nice to see some weather statistics from like, I don't know, China, United States, UK, everywhere. How's the game going? It's going pretty fine, Like, I was able to motivate myself to do some small work almost every night. So, but still, I'm kind of amazed how much work you need to put in to make like smallest things working. And an example here of a smallest thing is this simple fireplace. It looks so simple. There's not much going on there, but you know, behind the curtains, there's so many bells and whistles. But anyway, now we can start the fireplace. Just grab wood, toss it in, and magically the fireplace starts. And then we can equip stuff to the fireplace. There we go. Now we can already use. Well, I think it's interact. Yes. Okay. Cool. And this is kind of like the state for cooking or crafting. Now we interact with the fireplace and menu pops, very rudimentary menu pops up, and we can say, okay, well, pancakes, blueberry pancakes, and roasted chanterelles. That's good. You can put in some work every night. I haven't been able to work on my game lately. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. But you know, sometimes you just need a break, no? Sometimes you just need to relax. You just need to chill. You know, especially if, like, in real life, you know, if the work gets stressy, if there's some, I don't know, issue somewhere, and then it's very hard to concentrate, no? Then it's better to just chill. Cooking, yes, cooking. Oh, yeah, talking about cooking. I want to show. Cooking I did today. We are talking about tiropita. This is a Greek dish. It's kind of like, well, pita. I guess pita is, you maybe know, like just bread made out of wheat, dough, I think. And as a filling, there is mozzarella feta. Mozzarella feta filling, and it tastes so good. It's so delicious. And what's even more is you don't toast this to oven, but you roast this on a pan. So you have this nice, very nice crusty layer on top and bottom side. Yeah, tiropita, yeah. It's really a Greek thing. There seems to be all kinds of variants of that. And for me, this dish has kind of like sentimental value. There is this kind of a little story. Oh my god, 20 years ago, I spent exchange semester in Greece, in Thessaloniki, and one of the things which well, everybody should do in Greece is to eat stuff. They have so many good things. And yeah, I can remember eating also these, or tasting these tiropitas, and they look a little bit different. I'm not sure how this is called in English. this kind of flaky pastry. Oh yeah, as I was eating, not tasting, eating these tiropitas, I was kind of like mentally a little bit in Greece again, so it was nice. Okay. Okay, then. Let's move on to make this crafting menu fully functional. So at the moment I can select any recipe. Now we have just two recipes, two crafting recipes. But there's actually two checks we need to do. See, I wrote here ingredients check. That's for one, alright? Alright. So, and the second check is tool check. We should not show recipes which cannot be crafted with the fireplace plus pan or just simply a pan. So at the moment there is this crafting menu spawned with a parameter, and the parameter is a tool. So we should during. Oh well, it's already there. No, it's already there. Look here. No, this should be alright. Let's check this out. The tools check is it should be there. Sorry. Because pancakes, well, pan. Roasted things. Roasted centrals, pan. The tirapita made me hungry. Breakfast time. Have a nice breakfast, Starlight. Thanks for lurking too. Have some good nom-noms. So then. Because I'm pretty sure now if we get... Let's just verify this real quick. Up. Let's take the pot. With the pot. Say interact. And we get the soup. Okay, so that's fine. So the tools check is there, but the ingredients check is not yet there. So it should be pretty easy. Should be easy. Because in inventory... Excuse me. We do have a function which is called can player craft a recipe? Yeah, that's fine. So we do have all kind of like the Lego blocks of GD script code to put together this functionality. So we need to go to crafting. Crafting menu. It's here. The simple VBox container, that's not really not much. Here, that's alright. So here we have the function called initialize recipes. We go through all the recipes, and first question we ask, given the tool, is it supported by the recipe? If so, then we add the recipe. We should put one more check, and that's the ingredients. Bum, 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 bum. So crafting recipes. Okay, so from recipe name. Wait. I need to think a little bit, so that there will be a break in yapping. Okay. Yeah, I kind of wanted to avoid loading all the recipes every time. Every time the crafting menu is spawned, but maybe for now it doesn't matter. Alright. Okay. With the amount of recipes there are, it shouldn't be at this moment. It won't be a problem. We can optimize that sometime. So crafting menu, crafting recipe display. Where we were in crafting menu, and now we can ask inventory. Can player craft recipe? And then we need to load the recipe, because otherwise we don't know the exact amount of ingredients. Well, actually, wait, no, that's not the way. Not here. I want to show all the recipes you can craft with some tool, but I want to change this function so that if the player cannot afford the recipe, it's disabled. All the recipes are buttons, and if the player cannot afford the recipe, the button will be disabled. Oh, yeah, nice. Here it is. And let's type this. This will be a string, and this will be a boolean. Inventory, get crafting recipe by name, and the name is already there. What is it called? Crafting tool. No. Recipe. No, recipe name. This is it. Do bonks. And then we plug that in. Player able craft. Yeah, whatever. Player able craft. Yes, that's good. And then we just go here. Recipe display. Oh, come on. In Godot 4.6, I dislike these random looking paths. I mean, it points to the correct... I mean, it's... I said it... Oh, shit. I just want to go to the code, come on. Yeah, it should be this. So... This is a control node. Okay. Okay, we have a margin control. Okay, eventually the button is there. Yeah, we could put also here. Let's call this recipe enabled. So we could assign a unique name for the button. And now now it's a question what disables it. Well, disabled. So we go to here and say button disabled. Sorry. Let's negate this here. Disabled. Recipe disabled. Okay. And then in crafting menu we can say recipe disabled. Okay, now I need to check that. I was trying to avoid this all the time. How to negate Boolean Godot. Does anybody have answered this? Or GD script? Well, that's the answer right there. Okay, it's got false to true. All right. So that should be good. Because when we say disable, the recipe should be disabled. Well, if can player craft recipe outputs false, then we should say true here, because then the disabled will be then true. I'm not sure if we missed here something in like I don't care. And then we should have some kind of button to despawn this crafting menu, given that there is nothing in it, or we cannot choose anything. So let's see. This is a vertical box container, which means that, well, I don't care at all. Let's just put a button there. How about boink? There, and let's just increase the size a bit. I just said increase the size a bit. Yeah. Okay. That's a tiny button. Yeah. Let's go cancel. I cannot help it. Okay, I cannot help it. The aesthetics and the looks are so bad. It just hurts my eye. It just hurts my eye. But I just have to live with this. I need to make these systems working. Just need to make this working. So button, signals, pressed, crafting menu. Maybe call this something else than a button. Cancel button. And this should not be called despawn crafting menu. This should be called craft selected item and quit. What? What? Oh. Okay. Okay. So now the last point on the list is pawn crafted items to inventory. The question is though, we do have the name of the recipe. We should somehow... Wait. Do we get any data which recipe is actually selected? We connect this. Craft selected item. Let's see. Actually, the crafting itself should be done in inventory slot and not in... no. Forget it. It should be done in the crafting recipe display. Also, it should be triggered here because we have the data, which recipe it is. So yeah, this was nonsense. Alright, let's... Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. So then we want to go to crafting this recipe display. And here when the button is pressed, which means that the player has all the ingredients. Oh. Yeah, okay, nice. I have some kind of placeholder function here, which is called. And I'm not even sure if this will be called because I emit the recipe selected, which triggers the Q3. And I guess it should be this, not... Yeah. I think it should be the function which waits for the Q3 until the end of the frame. But, okay, let's see. Let's see if we can do this good. Recipe. Oh, we do have the crafting recipe there. Good. Then, inventory. Spawn item to inventory. Item name. Well. Now that we have already the entire recipe, wait, I just changed that. Instead of item name, yeah, let me change this. This is unnecessary looping here. Let me see how I... No. Crafting recipe. Oh wait, no, that's okay. Now I'm mixing apples and bananas and oranges. Of course I need to. Okay, now I was confused. It's not the recipe name, it's I'm lost. I mean, technically this should be the same as the item name. Technically this shouldn't be the string, as this should be the item itself. So bad. Well, let's see what happens if we say that we plug in the recipe name. if you plug in the recipe name. Now I need just this inventory. This is all kind of bad implementation, but here we go. To make sure that this capitalization doesn't mess things up. Spawn item to inventory, add item. Okay. It should be done. Should be done. Should be done. So now we just need a chanterelle to be somewhere near. We can do it by this manual spawner thing. I said I want to do this with manual spawner tile map. Come on. Oh, I need to select the tile. Okay, there is some chanterelles. Oh, I need the plate as well. The plate as well. Plate. Yeah, I'm just gonna... That's... You know, the plate is kind of crazy big. This is the inventory icon, kind of like placeholder. You know, if you think about that this guy, player character is, well, he can almost take a bath in the plate. So it's a little bit too big. All right. Then let's get cooking. We need chanterelle. Well, first things first. First test is to see the first test is to see if we now interact with the fireplace. Okay, we still got these two, well, they are buttons, but now they should be disabled. Yeah, and it's true, nothing happens. What I would like to have is to have them somehow grayed out, because now it looks like they are active. What can we do? A crafting recipe display. Is there anything we can do about it? Yeah, under the button there is a age box container. But because we have visibility, we could modulate this to gray or transparent. Let's try that. button, modulate, this color, 0.5, else. Well, wheat, white. Or, well, it doesn't matter. So, let's see how that looks. It's a little bit cumbersome. And then we say interact. Wait, what is missing? Ah, okay, fine. Okay, so now they are... Yeah, this should not happen. That I'm able to select the individual. I should somehow disable this functionality. We get this highlighting because these icons are the inventory icons. Okay, so there's nothing we can do except for click around, go cancel. Okay, so that worked. That's thing number one which worked. That's cool. Then what did we need? One chanterelle, one plate. There's one chanterelle. Oh yeah, pick up. One plate. Interact. There we go. And now I think everything up to this point has been like one-shotted. If this works, I'm very happy. Like, if I click here, this button, and we get one roasted chanterelle dish in the inventory, then I'm happy. But I know already that it won't work because I forgot to, or I haven't yet implemented this destruction of, or did I? Let's see. Okay, are you ready? Are you ready? Okay, never mind. All right. So what's the problem? Assertion failed. That's good to know that this works, because I wanted to have this functionality that if there's some non-existing data things in the game, there will be an immediate error. So let's see. We are asserting because the item called roasted chanterelles is not found in game items. Item name chanterelles. Oh, wait a second. No. One more no. Of course, this asserts each and every time. This for loop goes through and checks the items, and it adds the item, and then asserts this. Yeah, okay, never mind. We should have return statement here. Otherwise, we go to this assertion every single time. I just added this assertion to be able to catch an event that player spawns something and it's not in the game items, which is essentially a typo somewhere, which essentially is a bad game design. Okay, it's just figuring out as I code. Instead of passing like strings, it should be really the object itself, the item itself, the collectible itself, not really string. Especially when we're talking about like a crafting menu. Like here the pain point is we have two strings, one in the crafting recipe, one in the item. If there's a mismatch, then we get an error. Okay. So we didn't one-shot this mechanic, unfortunately. It's not that bad. No, interact. Still not okay. Well, that means that there is really now roasted chanterelles. Did I name that something else? Roasted chanterelles. Okay, that's why. The item data says something else than roasted chanterelles. Wait, I think I didn't save that. Is that the problem? Okay, now we do have inventory item with the correct icon and a correct name, roasted chanterelles. Now, as I'm testing these things, I really feel like these kind of things should be automated. Have some automated tests. I just don't know how to make them. Automated testing is like very, very normal in developers. Unfortunately, I'm not really a developer. I don't get this. Oh, okay. Can we just go to the game items to check out? Oh, we have so many items already. Which one is the correct one? Oh, grab. Blueberry pancakes. What? Oh, brass is the fish, egg. We have flour, we have milk. We have roasted chanterelles. This is very bad, but we do have a dictionary with the name. And what I don't understand. See? Oh. I see. I think I understand where the problem is. And this is pretty bad. This is pretty bad. I think there is one extra space in the item name. This is such a nonsense. See, when I select this, you see that these two words plus this one space is selected. When I select this, there is a space. So of course those two strings are not equal. We need to rethink this. We need to really rethink, well, remove this item name thing. Well, that's my mistake here. But this is a good example why this is nonsense. But still I don't understand, because the name here doesn't include any white space. Oh no. Why? Why is there a space? This space is... This space blows things up. Okay. Now it would be good timing to fix this. But it's too much work. Oh, there it is. See, there is one extra space. And now save that. Okay. Okay, let's test this and then... And then let's see what we will do. Not sure. But this, playing with those strings, this makes things a little bit unstable. Okay. Oh, nice. Now we got different kind of error message. So item is collectible. It's not a collectible. Item data, what is it then? If not. Oh cool, it's a null reference. Okay, and how about the resource path? Food, roasted chanterelles, inventory item. Yeah, food, roasted chanterelles, inventory item. Let's see. No, this is an error which doesn't make too much sense to me because let's see. I feel like I will need a break. Just a little break. What could I do? I will open the window a little bit. Just the fresh air. Just a little bit fresh air. Well, let's try to think positively what we already accomplished. Implemented as a simple recipe. We have that. We have ingredients check. We have that. We are stuck in this point. And I kind of I feel like being completely stuck. Like stuck in words. Let's do something completely different. Let's talk about some pixel art. Thankfully, Sprite doesn't give me at least that many error messages as Godot. Let's see, I did some mock-upping a few days ago. Yeah, foliage mock-up. Look what we have. We have two bears, brown bears, I guess they're called. And we have a player sitting their pants. I don't know. I'm not entirely happy with this. How this bear looks like. It looks a little off. I mean, the proportions are, I think, fine for the standing bear. Or maybe it's a little off, I'm not sure. Maybe this hand, maybe these jaggies, I don't know. Let's check out. Seisova karhu. Yeah, I would like to have something more like this, like cartoon style. I think this bear would look better in normal, or how is it called, crawling position, walking position, moving position, not standing. Let's see what we get if we search isometric pixel art bear. Teddy bear. Some AI slopes. Not much. Look at that angry boy. Yeah, I guess I would like to have something like this. This would be my reference for the bear. So I was thinking, you know, like we are talking about lifesim, kind of like survival, like soft survival or cozy survival. It would be kind of a challenge to have a bear roaming around in a forest. Maybe not in immediate. No, that's that. Maybe not immediately there where the fireplace is, where the cottage is, but in one day maybe there's a forest. Here, like a big forest, a bigger forest. And if the player meets the bear, then maybe the player gets scared, natural reaction. And then what? Well, maybe the player slows down. Well, one thing I thought was if the player carries some goodies like food, maybe pancakes, who knows, something, then the bear comes and steals those items. That comes just to the player, and maybe there's some kind of the bear licks like licks the head of the player, I don't know. And the items just disappear, and then the bear goes away. Maybe. It's a big maybe. Okay. Maybe a big stretch. So, how can we test? How can we test this assertion? Well, we could simply test if we can spawn something with this spawn item to inventory, if that's somehow bugged. Let's put it right here. Tilemap test scene ready, just testing. Inventory, spawn item to inventory. I don't know. Let's put blade. No. Something is not correct here. Something is not correct. Because we do get the name, but the path is incorrect. Wait. Now's the question. Have we ever used the path before? Let's see. Because up to this point, all the items are spawned to the world. The question is this path flawed? I mean, this is the same, it's the same thing as get inventory item by name. This. And I'm pretty sure we have used this. It's just load game item path. It's the same, we load that resource. Inventory data resource. For instance, here it is used. So for spawning the recipe displays, and that works. We get the item, and then we use the data we got. And that uses exactly the same thing as that spawning functionality. So this is pain in the neck. There's some minor thing which I'm missing maybe, but now I'm like, my brain is kind of not comprehending the fact that we have two functions. One is get inventory item by name, gets an item, and then the second function is the spawn item by name to inventory. You know. Or wait. No, wait. No, this is... Wait, okay, now... Okay. Yeah, okay, now I know what the problem is. The problem is not this loading, the problem is this assertion. That's the problem. See, this is not the item. The item reference is played packet scene. Okay, let's see. I don't think this works. It's just wanted to test. Yeah, that's false. So if this item reference is collectible, if it's false, then this assertion triggers. Oh wait, wait, no, 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 no. Let's. But I just tried that. Yeah, we're getting further one step at a time. Oh gosh. Oh well, because we anyway need to instantiate it. Yeah, this is wrong. This is our instantiated reference. Okay, we are getting there. Oh, my brain is just buzzing from all this thinking and all this code checking and stuff. So no. Okay, no error messages, but we don't have anything in the inventory. Ay, 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 ay. Yeah, we should have one plate because we want to spawn that. Okay, let's see. Player collects. Oh, I wonder. I just wonder what's happening in inventory. Difficult. This has been such a headache. Let's see, do I need to load this item? Well, I do because I need the reference, yeah, of course. question is I think it doesn't work here, right here, because or wait, depending on at what point this inventory is updated. Let's see. I don't know. I just wait. I just put this underneath the player controller. If the player pushes a button, interact. Yeah, let's put this here. No, nothing happens. That's so weird. Yeah, we go there and we want to step in there. I want to go there. We have the item reference. Huh? What? It's nothing. We have the item. It has a correct collision layer. And that's about it. I wonder if the problem here is that this item is instantiated, but it's not yet added anywhere. It's not added in the scene tree like everything else. I think it could be possible to. I think it could be possible to add it as a child in the inventory. Like this add child. And then add item reference. Because at some point remove item at spawning. This is. Oh yeah. Well, let's try that. Let's just say, oops, add child, item reference, wherever that goes to the inventory, and see if that makes any difference. No. I'm losing my mind. What? Wait. I made breakpoint here. And it didn't fire. Huh? Oh, of course it didn't fire because I didn't. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, maybe I'm a little bit tired at this point. I was all the time debugging and I pressed play many times and I expect that there is something. No, wait, no. Okay. Yeah, fine. Okay, so now it's working. Hi Code, hello. How's Sunday? How's it going? A lot of problems today. A lot of coding pain. You know, it's one of those days you just get into the bog, and you get like one error message further, and then gets another error message, and then something doesn't work. You know, that sort of session. Yeah. But I feel like at exactly this point, things are starting to unravel. The problem was spawning stuff to inventory. Let's see, I wanted to make rid of... Oh. Okay, so now it works. Now we can... Now we have the ability to... Oh wait, why is that? Oh. What? It's a buggy mess. Oh my god. Infinite blades, exactly. You know, it's I'm changing something somewhere and then something else breaks. Oh well, let's see. Oh crap, what did I do? Okay. That's always fun. Yeah. This is not fun. But anyways, how's life on your side, Code? How's the week? Any news? In the meantime, let me test further. Player. Yes, okay, let's take this away. Go once more to the inventory. Inventory. Let's see how this goes. Okay, so now we got one item. So this is working now. Life is fine, kind of tired from yesterday, yet I still have some RP work to do for tomorrow. I see. Tired from yesterday, did you do a partying? Or did you do some working? Yesterday was Saturday. Oh, you know what? I want to I want to give a shout out to one dish I made this morning. Highly recommended. Highly recommended. Let me see. Where did I put that? Ah, no. Downloads. Tiropita. That's pure pleasure. It's like pita with mozzarella feta filling. Crusty. Very nice. What else do I have to show? Oh, look at this. The nice sunset. A few days ago. Burning sky. This is a photo from like 50 meters from here where I sit. That's just endless fields. And then sometimes when the weather is good, the sky looks like this. We had a friends at our place. Oh, that's cool. That's very nice. Looks very delicious. It is delicious. It is absolutely insert some superlative adjectives. Yeah, what's good is that the spring has already arrived. Or almost summer. It's like 17, 18 degrees. Sun is shining. What? Yeah, it's kind of summer, summer already. It's so crazy because a few weeks ago it was -degrees and snow, like blizzard. 40 centimeters of snow and then, just like that, 17, 18 degrees. Yes, I'm not lying. 17, 18, almost 20 degrees. Yeah, it happens pretty quick. Oh, wait. I think I might have a solution. Or let's see. Spawn items inventory. Okay. We add the child. Then if I say player collects, then we add the item and then we remove the child from whatever parent that is. Maybe that's a way. Meanwhile, it's snowing, raining here. Oh, dang. If I could, I would send you million cubic meters of this warm air up there. But this change in winter to summer, or the spring, it's been like extremely fast. But then again, it might happen that at some point there is this takatalvi, back winter, coming up, and then it gets again cold. And that can happen even in May, like end of May, it might drop down to 7 degrees again, like 10 degrees. Like I can remember, for instance, 2011. It was a wedding day for me and my wife. End of May, I think. Yeah, well, I should know. Let me check. Well, yeah, I think it was May. It was May. The temperature was like 8 degrees and it was raining. Instead of 10 to 20 degrees and sunshine. Okay. So here, this headache spawn item function doesn't work if we just instantiate the item and we are not adding it to anything as a child. But if we add it to somewhere random place as a parent, and not as a child, to some node, in this case it's the inventory. Yeah, then it just, I think it stays in the inventory and then we get some duplicates. So I think what we need is item reference. Well, maybe after the assertion. This looks already so messy. Player collects. So then we get this inventory add item. So we can get rid of that. And then it gets removed from the inventory. So then it's kind of like orphan. And then when the player wants to place it somewhere and wants to use it, then it gets added as a child. So we don't need to worry about the duplicates then. So I hope this is gonna fix the problem. And okay, so okay, let's go. Okay, now we have one plate. Okay, and now we, okay. All right. Okay, so now it seems to work. Now it seems to work. How does the inventory add the item? Now there is an add item function, which gets the collectible as a parameter. So there is a reference to the item we want to put it in the inventory, and essentially there is just a table called game item references. So this add item doesn't how is it called, deparent. It doesn't remove the parent-child relationship of the item. And for that I have this extra function in a collectible. Oh, this is so messy. Here, like we add the item and then we remove the child of this. And then it's kind of floating around in somewhere. It's an orphan. And then we can add it as a child somewhere else. Yeah, there was some problems with that. But I'm still kind of questioning like what is going on here. If I say I instantiate the item, I'm not adding it as a child anywhere, then I think it doesn't. Let me see. If I'm not adding this item reference to anywhere, then the ready function doesn't fire, correct? So which means that if I say I want to add item, what I don't know, chanterelle, then this function doesn't fire. Is that's correct? No, I was worried you would delete it completely. Yes, all right, okay, yeah, I think so, yeah. Oh wait, what is the ready function actually? No. Means when adding a node to the scene tree, the following order will be used for the callbacks. No, wait. Once all nodes have been added in the scene tree, they receive notification ready, and their respective ready callbacks are triggered. Okay, so if we instantiate a scene or whatever, well, scene, yeah, or node, and we are not adding them, then the ready function is not called. So I'm not sure if it's a good idea to add these important parameter updates underneath the ready function. Yeah, exactly. You could use init or something. Yeah, instead of ready. I should use init. Called when the object scripts is instantiated. So then we could spare this add child player collects. Then we could just say we make a reference. Oh wait, no, instantiate it and have a reference to that, and then say and call this add item, and then it should be fine. It's a lifecycle call. Yeah. So let's make a note for that. I don't want to mess around with it now, but no, wait. Maybe just make a note here. Table initialization function instead of ready. Do you use version control, by the way? I do, yes. I do. I use GitHub. Yes, I use GitHub pretty much for everything. I mean, for the Godot projects, I don't have any other development projects, but even for the like smallest prototype, I immediately make new GitHub repo. Just wondering, I don't think I've seen you use it on stream. Yeah, usually I just pull the repository minutes before I start stream, and minutes after the stream. I do the pulling and pushing. So that's why. Okay, so now things get interesting. There are some things, some refactoring tasks to be done, but okay. So now that this seems to work, we can try out roasted rails. Non-existent function instanced base of nil. Item reference is null, but the item is, we find the item data, but the reference is null. Did I forget to set that? You know, as I'm coding this project, I'm like figuring out that I've made kind of like bad decisions here and there, and I'm pretty sure they could be patched somehow with some better software development decisions, whatever. But well, I just have this head of mine, and it makes mistakes here and there. Okay. I do have it's a process. Yeah, unfortunately, you need to make the mistakes to learn from the mistakes. The unfortunate thing is that sometimes I don't learn from the mistakes, but I make the mistakes over and over again. Is this... So we're talking about this string. Item data reference should be that. Nothing changed. It should be correct. I'm not sure what's wrong. Yeah, that's correct. The item reference is this, but it's not happy. Remote resource. Item reference is null. That's so weird. So weird. Oh wait, is it no wait. I don't get it because see, where is the test level? Okay, but yeah. So this works. Plate works. But yeah, it's very similar. It's collectible. As a class name. Wait a second. Wait a second. Oh no. I think I'm cooked. Question. Sure. Oh, what time is it? Oh, it's already 3 hours. Okay. I mean, of course. This is a stupid mistake, I think. Placing these parameters underneath the ready function. Because how can they be available at this point? If the item is not added anywhere as a child. Is the reference meant to be referenced to the data or the object? This item reference is meant to be reference to the object, like to this packed scene, so that we can instantiate it. But now I'm just I'm so confused. Because how the hell do we have these parameters populated if the ready function is first called when this collectible is not even in a scene tree? And item data is item data, and that is the inventory item. Should be. Oops. Yeah, that's it. Item. Okay, it's not export variable. I wonder why I have done this way. Why is this not an export variable? I'm not sure, and I fear I cannot solve these things today. But I feel like there is at least some bad decisions made here regarding of this, how the data is organized, and that's gonna probably backfire someday. So I should really rethink where I'm initializing these things. Where I put these references. I mean, these are hard coded, so why are they underneath the ready? Why are they not just like, I don't know. Let's see, item name. Oh yeah, there's so many questions and my head is already burning from debugging and stuff. Oi, 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 oi. Yeah, maybe it's a good point before I make a stop today. I have to, the latest at 17:00. So, big refactoring potential here. Yeah, this is one of them I just like to do. And I don't know if this is the best thing. Well, references to item data, item name, and item reference should be access. How do I put this? Should be defined from the pressing of play button on. Yeah, very, very, very simply put. Then second thing is consider removing avoiding in references to objects by their names using strings. Why not using references to the objects instead? I feel you should think about how you structure data in general. That should give some insight how to initialize it. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I feel like I should revisit the plan for items and inventory. Kind of like the data plan, however it's called. Data organization plan. Kind of like making a high level without all these details of Godot. It's like starting again from requirements, what should happen at what point, what information should be available at what stage, what reference should be stored to variables, things like that. So maybe as a big point is rethink data organization of items and inventory. It's better, although this is a painful thing to do, of course, it's better to do this now than, I don't know, when the demo is ready. I mean, it's good chance that the game works with kind of like nearly broken inventory, nearly broken item system. But there's the danger then, if for some reason I want to implement more functions, do stuff, or in general just the kind of like the hygiene, data hygiene of the whole design is bad, then I just keep running in the box all the time and keep banging keep banging my head against the wall like I did today. Hard agree. Yeah. Oh, that was news I didn't want to hear, but I guess the patient needs to take the medicine and just accept the fact that even kind of simple I mean, inventory, it seemed simple at first. Like in my head, it was like, yeah, it's nothing else than just an array, and this things just go in array and they pop out of the array. But it turned out to be a little bit more than that. But I mean, it's not that bad yet, no. It's like less than 200 lines of code. The one kind of very bad thing is that every item I have now, I have I think I have like 17 items. Alright, it's not the end of the world, alright. But still I have like, for each and every item I have exactly the same way of defining these data references. I mean, let's think about this. If let's say that imagine I stored these strings as a constants. Constants can be only, I guess, defined like here, const var. Isn't it? Because you cannot, that's the thing of the constant, you cannot, whatever this is, constant variable, don't know, it's not there. On the other hand, you might end up in analysis paralysis, which is also something to avoid. So getting things going is also good, even if it's not optimal. Yeah, exactly. I was looking at your directories and saw that as well. Perhaps something you could merge. Not sure if you could just leave it empty and declare later, but it would probably just declare them right away. I would probably just declare them right away. Yeah, these pieces of data, these references, they should be there as soon as possible. And I was thinking, I mean, accessible as soon as possible. So if I say const item name is roasted chanterelles, I mean, I feel like this should be like part of a resource and not the GD script, not the part of the... Oh, wait a minute. Okay, sorry, I need to run, like, now. Yeah, sorry about that. Not even time to raid anybody. I have some family duties to do, so yeah, I need to go like immediately. Thanks for the stream, no props. I wish you all a nice rest of the Sunday. Next stream, probably next Sunday. So take care. Thanks Code, thanks Starlights, thanks everybody stopping by, and yeah, see you. Yeah, I feel a little bit bad that I have to just run, but it's like it is. So, bye bye.